At 4.5 billion years old, planet Earth is home to an estimated 8.7 million different species of plants, animals, and microorganisms, with many more still unidentified or undiscovered. From the biggest trees to the smallest forms of life, from prey to predators, a wide variety of species can be found living in the United States. However, not all started out here, but rather were brought here by accident or through purposeful human intervention. One such example is the European and African honeybee, which were first introduced to the United States by European settlers in the early to mid-1600s. Since their introduction, honeybees have been named a keystone species by researchers and biologists at the University of California, San Diego. Their ability to pollinate make them an integral and important part of the health and success of agricultural ecosystems. However, the same cannot be said for all non-native species who are introduced into the United States. In fact, the introduction of non-native species from other parts of the world can have some serious consequences to the ecosystems to which they are introduced. These species are known as invasive. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, invasive species are defined as non-native or alien to the ecosystem under consideration, and whose introduction causes or is likely to cause economic or environmental harm or harm to human health. An invasive species, when introduced into a new environment, often has no natural predators. This not only enables their survival and ability to reproduce, but also allows them to outcompete others for resources, such as space and food. Some invasive species of plants, animals, and microorganisms can also introduce diseases into an already established ecosystem. This can wipe out native species. Out of the 50,000 non-native species that now reside in the U.S., 500 of those have been observed in Florida. One invasive species in particular has had a devastatingly negative impact on Florida and the Everglades ecosystem. Originally native to Southeast Asia, the Burmese python was first introduced into the United States for the pet trade. According to the USDA, they are believed to have been released into the Everglades by their owners and/or by escaping their enclosures. They were first reported as an established species throughout the Everglades in the 2000s. The adult Burmese python can reach up to 23 feet, weigh up to 200 pounds, and live an average of 20 to 25 years. As a result, once a Burmese python reaches adulthood, there are few other predators in the Everglades that can keep their numbers down. Burmese pythons feed primarily on birds and small mammals, but are also opportunistic. Therefore, will also eat other predators, such as small snakes and even crocodiles. For these reasons, Burmese pythons are outcompeting other carnivores in the Everglades for food and space, negatively impacting the native ecosystem. The state of Florida has implemented a python elimination program, which employs 25 full-time python hunters in an effort to reduce the number of Burmese pythons in the Florida Everglades. Although this program has yielded some positive results, with 1,000 Burmese pythons being euthanized after just 14 months of implementation, the state of Florida still faces many challenges. Adult female pythons reach sexual maturity after only 2 years and can lay up to 100 eggs in a clutch. For these reasons, it is important to consider the long-lasting and sometimes irreversible consequences that come from introducing non-native and invasive species into already established ecosystems.